All right, let's just go back to the script. What does Buffet Boys mean to you? And also, am I allowed to pronounce it Buffet Boys, or is that completely off?
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Yes, you can pronounce it however the human being says buffet or buffet or buffet.
How do you pronounce it? I think it's
you
buffet,
can say it
right?
however you want to say.
Where
it.
I grew up, it was buffet.
Yeah, you could say.
But the booth pack is what I was thinking.
You can say whatever.
You got the booth pack too. So
Buffet Boys was created by Fat Nick, but what it means to me is that metaphorically we're eating good.
Right.
You know, we're as a family. We're at the goddamn table and we're eating good, metaphorically and clearly, actually. Yeah.
So, okay. Can we talk about money without saying exact dollar amounts? But this is, I think, something that a lot of people are interested in is rappers like you guys at the stage in your career, where does the cash come from?
The cash comes from the shows and the merchandise.
So the streaming and the SoundCloud, does that not really add up to anything?
SoundCloud... These motherfucking SoundCloud guys probably owe me some money, but I haven't seen a dime.
You haven't monetized it yet?
Nah, because they just started the monetizing
there was only
program for SoundCloud recently, and I just haven't done it. My YouTube's not monetized yet, which I'm slacking on.
Because you got videos with a lot of views.
Yeah, I'm slacking. Yeah. I got a couple with a couple of views.
So what about the merch?
I don't know why it's not monetized yet.
You guys kill it on the merch too?
Merch is the biggest money is shows and merch. Those two. That's how we eat. That's how we breathe. I mean, that's how I breathe. I don't know about you. It's merch, right? And shows.
And trapping.
Trap, 100.
Yeah.
100 band.
It's me. For me, it's merch and shows. I mean, like, I don't have to charge for my music. I am dropping an album. It's called Underdog.
Okay, so this is a real album that we're going to be able to buy on iTunes.
This is my first time announcing it, actually. So I'll just announce it for you guys.
And who's this coming out through? Are you on a label of sorts?
No, I don't do labels. It's coming out through fucking Pouya, and it's called Underdog. And I already told my fans that I wouldn't drop an album because as long as they pull up to my shows and pay. You know, they pay money to have us scream at them. Like, we get paid to scream at kids for a living. That's a blessing. So
but then that's the best day of their lives too, which is the even more insane part.
Yeah, exactly. And I told them I wouldn't charge for music if they keep doing that, and they are doing that. But I want to make an album because I want people to see me. But I told them, like, you don't have to buy the album. You get a choice. When it drops, you could buy it on iTunes and support me, or you could download it for free. So it's like.
It's a certain thing too where I think,
and they're still gonna buy it because I know my supporters, will support me.
They want to support you.
Yeah, so they get a choice. Like, you don't have to buy it; you can get that shit for free.
And as a rapper these days, it's sort of like just saying, like, hey, like, this is how many fans I have that are this dedicated. You know, when I rap, like, people talk about album sales, first week album sales and shit in rap still a lot, which is weird to me because, like, the album sales are nothing compared to what they used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You used to be a failure if you sold 1 million, and now if you sell 30,000 your first week, people are hyped.
Yeah, well, that obviously is because of the internet.
Yeah, like, totally.
Album sales have obviously dropped since the 90s because in the 90s you actually had to fucking buy the shit.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I was like 4 in the 90s. But
I lived through this. I used to spend like $100 a week on CDs. Think about how fucked up that is.
I bought a CD when I was like 13, and that was like the last CD. After that, it was like, boom, it was done forever.
Yeah.
I bought the first CD I ever bought was like a Bone Thug CD.
So you were a rap head from the beginning? Did you listen to rap and metal? You were talking about System of a Down.
I just love System of a Down. I don't listen to any other rock music, really. Like, here and there, I was like a fucking like... Yeah.
That's funny, actually, because Xavier pretty much sat in that same exact chair and said that System of a Down was one of his favorite bands too. So maybe we're linking all kinds of different strands.
I've always been
underground hip-hop
my cousin
together.
showed me System of a Down when I was like 8 years old, and like I had no idea what they were saying, and now it's like I can go back to those songs and it brings back like memories. It's cool as fuck. Like, and I can actually understand what they're saying now. And I just really fuck with them. I like Surge.
What about you? Album?
I want to collab with him.
Favorite album?
Are you thinking about putting out an album eventually, or you not?
I'll put out a mixtape beginning of next year.
Yeah.
When the lean runs out.
Yeah, Fat Nick's dropping when the lean runs out. I'm doing Underdog, which is an album that you could get for free though.
Right.
So it's like nobody can have no like. I don't want people to be upset with me like, oh, yo, Pouya, you're a fucking sellout.
But it's never like that because everybody can always stream an album pretty much in the first place. You know, everybody knows how to find a download link. I want to
call it an album. I want to work hard and make an album instead of a mixtape. I've made, like, Southside Slugs could have been an album, but I chose to make it a mixtape.
See, I listen to it on Spotify every day, so that must be the music, the money, the 1/1000th of a cent or whatever, that when I listen to it, that has to go to someone at some point. You, presumably. But
Who knows?
do you
I'm
get
not getting
horrible
shit from it.
Spotify checks here and there? Like,
No, I get no Spotify check.
Really?
Yeah.
There's something
I mean,
wrong.
I'm supposed to get a Spotify check, I believe.
Do you guys
I
not have
my boy set it
managers?
up. Fuck no.
you never thought
I've
about
never-
going in that direction?
I've never had a
Independent
manager. I've never had a booking agent. I've never had anybody but my friends, and that's a great thing. We just booked the whole Southside Slugs tour ourselves. The dude who booked the tour, Mikey the Magician, engineered my whole mixtape. He produced Suicidal Thoughts and a bunch of other tracks. He performs at the shows as well. It's like, I don't fuck with people. It's because everybody wants to dig into your pockets. Like, nobody does shit for you for like out of friendship,
Right.
unless it's your actual friend. Like, I
Yeah.
do shit for Fat Nick, and Fat Nick does shit for me because we grew up together.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get his money. He's not trying to get my money. We're trying to prosper together.
Do you get a lot of bullshit ass offers from little labels and stuff who just want to milk
fucking
you?
sign this record deal. We'll give you X amount of money, and you have to do 2 albums. Like, no.
It's good that you guys are at the state where you know that that's bullshit from the get-go, because
Yeah,
I remember
it's
like in the
always
90s and
bullshit,
shit,
bro.
there was less information available, so it was more like you could just be some guy from the hood, somebody wants to sign you, boom, your entire
Well, in the
chance
90s,
of being
you
a
had to
rapper,
get
it's
a
over.
In the 90s, you had to get a record.
Yeah, you had to
a
get
record
chose by a label
because
in a sense.
there was no internet.
Yeah.
We're signed. I'm signed to the fucking internet. Like, that's what artists don't use the proper tools that technology has given us. Everybody shits on technology and is like, oh, this day and age, everybody's on their phone and this and that. Well, like, that's how we promote our music. When I
Yeah.
drop a song on SoundCloud, we post it on Twitter. Like, we're not in the streets trying to sell albums like on fucking Fairfax, like these bums on Fairfax that are
People
fucking
still do
trying-
that? They're selling CDs
Yeah,
over
there's
there?
like bums on Fairfax. Like, dude gave me a CD today. Like, he gave me a CD and he's like, I'm like, all right, cool. And then he's like, I'm taking donations for it. And I'm like, I just gave it back. I'm like, bro, I was just gonna take it and pretend that I bumped it just to be nice.
Right. Or maybe
Yeah,
you
and
could
it's just
discover
like,
the next big homeless rapper right there.
Yeah. And some of them weren't homeless. They're aspiring artists, but I don't think that's the path that they should take.
Nah, totally.
You gotta sit in your room, make music, post that shit online, and fucking hope someone hears it.
And just keep doing it
And then
over and
one
over
person
and
will
over
hear
until
it.
something works.
Yeah, one person will hear it and then tell 2 friends, and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at right now. We're still at the point where people every day are, oh, yo, have you heard of Fat Nick? He
Yeah.
just dropped this song.
But
And then it keeps going.
Okay, so the question is though, do you see like the value in eventually at some point, like when you see other rappers that you're friends with or whatever, and they have managers, or they have booking agents, do you see that and you think like,
I see
shit?
the value in managers, absolutely, because sometimes it's hard to manage your own shit. But if you're a smart, intelligent person and you could like fucking do shit yourself,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Then you don't. If you could do it yourself, you don't need somebody else to do it for you and take a percentage.
Right.
But I have manager type friends.
Yeah, like your homeboy who
play
arranged
the
that
role
tour.
of manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't give him any, like, we make money together. It's not like he's taking a percentage. Like, the minute you sign, like, the way I haven't signed anything, the minute I sign something, that's where, like, all my pride goes away and, like, I'm gonna walk with, like, slumped shoulders because I'm like, I fucking lost. Like, that's when I feel like I lost, when I sign something. Like, that's just how my mind works. Like, when I sign some shit, I'm just like, damn, I'm a fucking loser. Like,
Do you guys get covered by like blogs or websites?
yeah, I mean, I don't fucking hit up blogs. If they want to post my shit, that's cool. If they don't want to post my shit, well, then fuck you, you know?
Do you think
like
that's even-
XXL and like
They'll
these
post your
fuckers,
shit once in a while?
They
or
don't post my
They
shit.
don't, right, yeah.
Because I'm an independent artist and they don't like artists like me and Fat Nick because we don't need tools to get known. We use our fans is everything. Like,
Right.
they're the ones that fuck the blog. Like, the fans are going to hear when we post it. Like,
That's what I don't really get about
I
a
don't
lot
get
of the
blogs.
blogs and websites and shit, is that
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like they're really
there's no
up.
push behind it. Well, there
Right.
is.
They
but
don't
it's
get
just
who
like-
really has a fan base. They follow like what other blogs post and stuff.
They think people that make one hit.
Well, there's
have
different
big fan
paths.
base, but they
There's
don't.
different
Yeah.
paths to music.
Because
Like,
a bunch of these artists that have one big hit try to do a show, but they're not gonna sell it out.
exactly. There's different paths. If you want to go sign with a record label and have people fuck you in the ass and like, you know, lube you up and fuck you and take all your money, then do that.
Do you feel like you have like a real special relationship with your fans because of the
yeah,
fact
absolutely. They understand. They know I'm independent and they relate to it. They're like, damn, I like you because you don't like labels and people that are trying to like steal from you
that right?
or like
They see the genuinity.
they
I think
see it.
authenticity means so much in music nowadays.
the fans. You got to get down to the fans. The reason, like, we're not famous artists. We're not famous artists.
So you wouldn't describe yourself as a
No,
famous rapper, a
fuck-
famous
no,
underground
I-
rapper?
No, No, I'm just an artist with loyal fans. That's why we sold out the El Rey Theater, because we have fans that are loyal, and that's why there's famous artists that go to the El Rey Theater and don't even sell out, like fucking Wale or some shit. Like he has.
Yo, that's real. Yeah.
You know,
but he's got the whole industry machine behind him. You know.
You know, it's not about the amount of fame you
have.
have.
But his fans don't want to see him in person.
Yeah. He doesn't have that relationship.
Our fans want to see us in person because when they see us, we want to see them. We want to talk to them.
And they know the show is a fucking party. They know it's not just some. Them. You know, when you go to see certain mainstream rappers and they come out and they do their 15 minutes and they're gone, and you're just kind of like, damn, rap shows are whack.
For and a lot 2 hours, bro.
Yeah,
like, rap shows are boring.
And we go hard, bro. Like, I have neck pains, like, from El Rey Theater that we did last week because I'm going hard. Like, I almost broke my arm jumping in the crowd. Like,
is that tough for you guys on tour?
Shit. Like,
you have like a lot of injuries and issues on tour.
Yeah, injuries all the time. People bleeding and like going hard. Like fans and us. Like, and it's worth it because like if you go hard, your fans are gonna go hard.
And they're gonna want to come
go
again
hard
and again
for
and
you.
again.
Yeah, you guys go hard as fuck at the shows. I've definitely seen.
I don't even want to say more about the shows because motherfuckers are gonna get the formula. It's really easy. It's really simple, bro. If you go hard, your fans are gonna go hard. They want to do what you're doing. If you're on stage head banging and fucking letting your heart out, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta go hard because he's
going to
want to
mosh and turn up.
It's beautiful.
I love the shows. That's like my favorite thing about the rapping now. I hated it at first because I'm very anxious. Like before the show starts, like my heart's racing and I'm just real nervous. But
then once you get on stage, how do you feel?
The minute like the curtains open, like I can't say curtains because we only had one show with
if there were curtains, yeah.
But yeah, the El Rey had the curtains basically. So like before the curtains open for that 3-minute intro, I was very fucking nervous. But the minute that shit opens and I see fans scream, like this demon just comes off my shoulder and I'm like, I'm good.
Wow.